Good morning. Today is Tuesday. Maybe you're watching this show at night or in the morning. Everyone has a different time that appeals to them. It's June 23rd, and I really like today's reading. It's simple. Meditate on the sounds around you. Sometimes people think of meditation as turning away from the world, but we are embodied beings who live in this world. So it's possible to embrace the world as a way of meditating. Close your eyes and expand your awareness to notice what you hear around you. The sounds in the room, outside the room, and maybe you can hear or stretch that hearing even further. Listening for the most distant sounds. Instead of trying to ignore voices and ambient noise, invite them as part of the fabric of your meditation. Stay in this state of expansive awareness, allowing the world around you to contribute to your meditation practice. So instead of trying to escape it, you're using it to enhance it. When you're ready, draw your attention back to your body, to your breath, and open your eyes. So maybe think of those Russian stacking dolls. The first sounds we go are within. That's our natural way to often start a yoga practice. We think of the breathing, and you can hear that in your head. You might hear your stomach gurgling. We often will say, go within. Then think of all the layers on the outside of the body. We often use this same reference for when we talk about the koshas, or our layers of our being. As you move outside the body, you might notice the ticking clock that's literally right beside you. And then as the reading said, I'm going to move further and further out in my sphere of listening. You might then hear the music in the room. And then the next level might be someone that's in your house. Their voice is upstairs. Maybe you hear the water in the pipes, and then beyond that, the next layer, so moving further out. Maybe you hear the garbage truck or some people's tire on the gravel. All different ways that you can zone in on a sound and leave the thoughts behind. So today we're going to continue working on our hamstrings, and today I also brought the strap. And if you have any blocks, books, or an apple juice can that we use instead of the block, that will help elevate when we do the Monkey King pose. So we're going to do the same pose as we did yesterday, focusing on helping to stretch the hamstring. If you are already super flexible, then you don't have to work so hard at this. You may actually be like myself and you're overstretched, you're hypermobile. What happens though is if you are tight in your hamstrings, there's a theory that that's part of the piece that tugs on the lower back and causes discomfort. I talked to my husband, and he went over all the details from Doug Ford, and it looks like yoga would not be included till at least stage 3. And there's a theory because of the proximity to each other. It's deep breathing, moist breathing. There's a possibility that wouldn't be coming till stage 3, which is approximately in August. Having said that, I would love some feedback. If you're happy with, just say we're at stage 3. If you are happy with the schedule that we have now, 2 evening classes, 3 morning classes, would you like to continue the possibility of actually I can't do all morning because some of you will always work evenings. So we can continue that. If our other friend who's been taking his workout classes here continues, I would ask, is it possible that we could do our class at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday? I'm just trying to help my friend keep his business alive too. But in the meantime, we're continuing with the virtual classes. Please give me your feedback on how you're feeling about things going forward with all these stages. I personally am not in a huge rush to go back to restaurants and being in a class beside somebody. And I actually love this calm, flexible way that everybody has now, whatever works for you. And yet you still get to be part of the community and part of the practice. Some of you have told me you definitely miss the class piece, and whether that's due to technology challenges at home or you need the effort from other humans. So let's come onto our mat. We'll do a couple floor things, sun salutations, hamstring work. Coming onto my back, I'm going to take my time to lower down. Bum comes towards the heels. Gently lower the spine all the way down. And we often do this, maybe bring chin to chest and let your head be, actually let's interlace our hands behind the head, pulling chin to chest as much as you can, elbows come together. This is to create that space in the spine behind the heart, the neglected place in our Western slump forward position. And I'm going to slowly lay the spine down. I can feel there's some resistance, especially between my shoulder blades. And then I might lower down a little bit more, but I can feel that curve coming back to the lower back. And then all the way back down and open the elbows. Let's bring that back up. Elbows together. Slowly come up, chin to chest. How high can I go up? And pause. That's going to start to engage your core and create space in the spine before we lay this back down. Slowly lie back down and open the elbows, all depending on your shoulder mobility. Elbows together, chin to chest, lift up. How high can I go up? Pause, and then lay that back down, the place behind the heart. Then the shoulders, engage the core. And guess what? Oh, the back of your hands and your elbows will be the last piece. Let's take our arms wide here to a T, and we'll do 5 breath rounds just to lay the spine down. And we're using our own body weight and gravity to help open the back body. Arms to a T, palms turned up. Spread your nails and anchor them to the floor. And as the gravity takes the back of your body to the floor, notice the areas that don't want to come flat. So rarely in yoga are we encouraging you to have a flat back, but in this case I want to see how much space can I create between each bone in my back. Engage the core and press the lower back down. What do you notice in terms of the front of the body as you press the spine down? I notice tugging in my hip flexors and my abdomen. My rib cage wants to cave in. Engage. Press down. Continue. Actually, let's start our 5 breaths now. Arms wide. Pressing each nail into the floor. Inhale through the nose. Pause. Exhale through the nose. Let your body be heavier on the floor. That's 1. Inhale 2 through the nose. Pause and exhale, back body to the floor. Fern, I promise the whole class isn't this slow. Inhale 3 to capacity. Pause, exhale, press the whole back body into the floor. Notice if there's any tugging or tucking of your tail. Inhale to capacity, the arms grow heavy, chest rises. Exhale, press the whole back body into the floor. Your belly wants to engage, stay here. And last one, inhale to capacity, arms are heavy, shoulder blades root down, chest rises. Exhale, press the back into the floor. And relax. And hopefully you notice that you don't automatically default to that curved lower back. Let's bring our knees to our chest and make some circles to help the lower back. Knees to the floor on the left, double leg spinal twist, and then right arm stretches out, palm up. Notice where the tugging occurs here. Spread the nails, anchor. And imagine that we were using our full rib cage before. Imagine I'm using the right half now, that's to the ceiling. 3 breath rounds here. Inhale to capacity. Exhale, arm is heavy. Inhale to capacity. Exhale, arm and shoulder heavy to the floor, so you feel a big stretch down the right side. Inhale to capacity. Exhale. And then back to center. Little boat or circles. And I felt a definite tug on my lower back. Knees to the floor on the right. Double leg spinal twist. Left shoulder heavy. Excuse me, arm extends, palm up. Notice the tugging. As part of your meditation is that zeroing in on sensations in the outer sheath of our body. Palm turned up. Let's do 3 breath rounds here. Inhale to capacity. Exhale the weight of that arm and those nails to the floor. Inhale to capacity. Exhale that shoulder to the floor. And definitely notice any stretching on a diagonal here. Inhale to capacity. Exhale that shoulder to the floor. Back to center. Circles or little boat. Let's take right leg in tight, left foot in the air. Flex. Pulling right thigh in, press the lower back down, and very slowly we're pressing this heel, left heel across the room as gravity takes the weight of that leg down. You'll notice that you've fired up the left thigh or the quad, and finally that left heel hits the floor. Here's where you want to press the calf and the heel down, which is a subtle stretch for the hamstring. Right thigh pulls in. Left hand takes right knee over. Single leg spinal twist. Keep that right shoulder down. Right palm is up. Let's anchor the nails. 2 breaths here. Inhale to capacity. Exhale. Inhale to capacity. Exhale. And back to center. Oh, little boat. Left leg in tight, right foot in the air, flex, and slowly lower all the way down. Draw the left thigh in. Press the back of that right heel and the calf down to the floor as you pull the left thigh in. So one is compressing the organs, one is stretching the thigh and the quad. Finally, right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Keeping the shoulder girdle down, doesn't really matter how far over you take this leg. Left finger, spread the nails, anchor. We've set our bones in place and now we're going to focus on the breathing. Inhale to capacity. Pause and exhale. Nails get heavy into the floor. Inhale to capacity. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Left arm is still heavy. And back to center, little boat or circles. Let's take our legs wide for a moment, palms are on the knees, let gravity stretch the inner thighs. We'll take 3 breaths here, letting gravity stretch. Maybe you'll notice tension in your hips or your hip flexors. Drawing the knees towards your armpits, let's come into the setup for happy baby, and it's your choice. Hands behind the thighs or coming into full happy baby. Soles of the feet together, binding. Choosing to stay here, maybe you draw the feet towards you, maybe you lift your the chin to the ceiling, creating a curve in your neck. And then releasing the feet to the mat, soles together, knees out to the side, palms on your belly, recline cobbler. You have a choice, stay here or coming into cactus. Close the legs, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. And this is where I want you to make sure you have a strap beside you. Doesn't matter if it's from your bathrobe or a piece of robe. Let's take our feet in the air for a moment. And I want to work, again, we're focusing our thoughts, our intentions, and our efforts on our hamstring. So point and flex, fin your toes, roll out your ankles. Legs fall wide. Check in with the inner thigh. How does that feel? Squeeze and release. Arms wide, so that sensation of everything falling away from the center. And let's close our legs. We'll keep right leg in the air, interlacing our hands behind that thigh and slowly lower the left leg. We're going to massage right leg on its own, the calf especially, down behind the hamstring. Give it a little massage. Point and flex. Roll out the ankle. Fan the toes. So some of us, this may be enough stretch for you. The next level, I could take the strap to the ball of my right foot and taking that leg into alignment. You can stay still or you can push your heel to the sky, toes to your face. That's a very intense hamstring stretch. You can make little circles. Side to side. we'll take both straps into the right hand, flex. Left hand's gonna hold left hip down and release the weight of that leg to the side. Back to the sky, strap into the left hand, flex, leg across the midline towards the left, but you want to keep that right shoulder down. Back to the sky, get rid of the strap, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. Feet in the air once more, right foot flex and lower all the way down. Start to massage left leg. Point and flex, roll out the ankle, fan the toes. Let's take our strap to the ball of our left foot. Bringing that leg into alignment, you have a choice. Pulling it up and down, or tiny circles, add a little resistance. And then both straps in the left hand, right palm holds right hip down, and we release that leg out to the side. So really it's a variation of hand to toe, but I love to use a strap. When we did our class in person, you know I love this, all this floor therapeutics we did every class, and I am noticing a huge difference because we're not consistently doing it. I'm trying to keep it fresh for you guys. And the pieces that I used to do, now I see how important they were to my practice. I'm definitely a tighter person now. Back to the sky, strap into the right hand, flex, take it across the midline. Option to look to the left hand. Back to center and get rid of the strap. Little boat. And then we'll just roll into our side for 2 breaths. Side fetal position. And then pressing yourself up. So, I think that we should do our plank before we get too tired. Let's see. So I'm going to come into tabletop. We'll do a couple cat-cows, then our plank. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take a moment, pressing that floor away. Feel the resistance, and what's going to happen is it's in the shoulders. Belly engaged, tilt the tailbone up and look up. There's our first cow. And as you breathe out, coming into your first cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming in neutral, step back, high plank. And start. There's your first plank. If you'd like to do it on your forearms, that's another option. Head in line with your spine. I like to stare at the top of my mat without letting my head drop. Use that Ujjayi ocean breath to give you power to stay here longer. Good job, we're at 30 seconds. Having fun? We're almost at a minute. There's a minute. Oh, and take a little pause and then come back in for my second minute. Thinking of Fern the warrior, who can really hang out here longer than I do. Okay, 30 more seconds. Good job, guys. Hopefully it's gorgeous today. Yesterday was a surprise. I had friends come out from downtown. They almost rescheduled because it said it was going to rain. I actually want it being a gorgeous day with not a lot of rain. 10 more seconds, we can do it. And knees down, extended child's pose. Nice work. That starts to hurt any injuries that I have in my wrist. But remember, this is your practice, and if it's not bringing you joy to do the plank, don't do the plank. Okay, let's do some sun salutations. We're going to tuck our toes, walk towards the top of our mat, forward fold, just let your head go. Now, I might actually grab my blocks. And there's a couple hamstring stretches that we often do while we're already here. So the first one is I'm going to hug my knees and fold in. In this hamstring stretch, you can feel if the lower back is tight, that's an issue. Another one I can do is bend my knees so that I can reach my toes. Grab your big toes with your finger, top two fingers, and fold. Elbows out to the side. This is great traction for your neck. Option to try to fold in and straighten the legs. Come into half back. Fold. Another option, bend your knees so that the chest comes to the thigh. And I'm going to lift my foot and step on my palm. My toes touch my wrist crease. So I feel like I'm kind of a gorilla here. Let your head go. Staring between my knees, I'm going to fold in as much as it feels good. Not everyone's attaining this pose. I have crazy stretch hamstrings. Another option is blocks under my shoulders, palms under your hips. You're going to come into a kind of a raised tabletop. Half back, look forward. Fold. Half back, push the soles down. Engage your core, look forward. And then fold. Okay, so that's the other variation. Arm to the side wide. Rise up. And now we're ready to do our sun salutation. So, I'm dying in my own hair. Inhale up, reach up, lengthen. Let's arc a little to the left. Back to the sky, reach up. Arc to the right. Arc behind you. And then wide arm swan dive. Bend your knees so that you can hinge at the waist. Half back, hands to shins, look forward. Fold, plant, come on down. One breath, sleeping cobra. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Press back, downward dog. Let's pedal that dog. This is the hamstring stretch. If you're able to get one heel down, maybe even lift up one foot. The other heel down, lift up one foot. Woo, that feels amazing. Right foot forward, left knee back, low lunge. You have a choice, staying in low lunge or tuck and rise. Another added piece here, I'm going to take my hands on the floor. You might need to bend your knee. Option to attempt to straighten that right knee and fold. Step forward, fold, rise, heart center. Let's do it. Inhaling up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, hop, lower. One breath, sleeping cobra. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Press back, downward dog. Pedaling. Left foot forward, right knee back, low lunge. So you might stay here or tuck and rise. Woo-hoo. Hands release. Option to straighten that front leg and fold. Feet together, fold, rise, heart center. One more round on each side. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, hop, lower down. Sleeping cobra. Pick up your head, baby cobra, or continuing to the up dog. Down dog. Right foot forward, left foot back, high lunge. Press into that front foot. Rise. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Here we go. One more round. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Half back. Fold. I'll face you. Step back, lower down. Sleeping cobra, one breath. pick up your head, baby cobra, or continue on into up dog. Down dog, left foot forward, right foot back, high lunge, rise, find your focal point, hands release, feet together, fold, rise, and heart center. Okay. I was thinking about it. Standing wide leg forward fold is another really good one we use to help the lower back, but it's also to stretch the hamstring. So you might take blocks on your shoulders, you might not. I'm going to come into mountain in the center of my mat. I'm going to step one foot out, then the other, depending on my hips today, and I want to turn those feet in. Initially, those knees are micro bend, so that you can reach these blocks that are under your shoulders. So, one variation I like to do here is I'm going to lean forward, all the way into the balls of my foot and my hands, and then press back into my heels and press my bum quite far back. Forward, back, forward, back. Maybe I should do it to the side so you can see how far back I am shifting my weight. And I enjoy this for hand, oh wow, this is a slip before. Forward, back. How far back can you go? There's a deep hamstring stretch. Forward, back. So I can either keep my feet down and lead my bum back, forward and back, or just now I tried it with my heels down, balls lifted, and then inchworm in, squat with or without the blocks. Let's do one more variation on wide leg forward fold. Nice hamstring stretch. Coming up into wide leg half back. We've got the blocks on our shoulders. And let's get rid of the blocks. We'll take right arm to the center like a tent pole. Left arm out to a T. Slowly open and stretch. So I'm gonna open through a twist in the spine. Eventually the arms are stacking. I can feel this down my left side body, which ultimately hits the lower back and hamstring. And then back down, switch. Left hand down, right arm open and stack. Right hand down, left arm open and stack. Oh, that's amazing in the back. And one more time. Left hand down, right arm open and stack. And I think I'm pretty straight. Inchworm in, take a squat. We're gonna do one more variation that involves the hamstring stretch. Coming back into standing wide leg forward fold. Feet turn slightly in. Let's take right hand to left ankle this time. Left arm open and stack. Or I'm folding. Woo! There's your hamstring stretch. So half back or fold. And then switch. Make sure the feet turn slightly in if you've accidentally slid out. Left hand, right ankle. Right arm open and stack. Parallel or fold. Parallel or fold. And then I'm going to do this one in the center. Hands facing forward, walking back in line with your feet, or you're on a block. Elbows bend back and let your head go. Grab your ankles. And then inchworm in. Pick a squat. Nice work, guys. Let's come on to our bottom and do the wide leg forward fold dragonfly we did yesterday as a hamstring stretch. I'm going to widen the legs to whatever feels good. Moving that bum flesh out of the way to help sits bones come in contact with the mat. Possibly, there's one more piece, you can go a little deeper. Internally rotating the thigh flesh. Let's take 5 breaths here, not doing anything. So your feet are either soft or flexed. You're going to decide how much hamstring stretch you want. Let's do 5 breaths sitting upright. It means I have to sit my center of gravity back a little. Inhale 1. Pause. Exhale 1. Eyes are closed. Inhale 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. And inhale, 5. Exhale, 5. Now we're going to go a little deeper. So you can stay upright. You could walk here to flat palms. Some of you might take 2 blocks and make a thing for your forehead. Maybe I will just go half of my ability today, or my comfort. So palms under the shoulders, nice and broad. Heart is up. 5 breaths here. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Maybe notice you're sinking a little deeper into this forward fold. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. And inhale, 5. Exhale, 5. Possibility of coming in your forearms or staying up here. Maybe you bring your hands to your shins and fold into a dragonfly. And then come all the way up. Roll at your ankles. So, I'm going to turn my mat the other way when we work on Monkey King or Hanumanasana. You've heard me tell the story before. What I love about this pose is the theory that I'm leaping forward from something that no longer serves me to the future of possibilities. And I visualize always the Monkey King in Hindu folklore. It looks like from Planet of the Apes. But I think of a monkey dressed in human clothing, like breeches, Lord of Leaping. So I'm going to take the blocks on either side of my mat. I'm using a medium height, so not low. Medium's on its side like a wall. Palms on the blocks. Let's take right leg forward and pause here for a moment. And some of us may pause here. This might be it, and some of you might inchworm that leg forward, but don't undo the left leg. My left knee is bent, pressing into the earth. I might inch this leg straight or keep it bent. It's your leg. And I want to hinge forward a little. Just notice how that feels in the calf and the hamstring. I don't have to go crazy. And then upright. Let's do the other side. Left leg forward. So first I'm in a low lunge or dragon. But if I want to take it deeper, I'm going to inchworm that leg forward. Maybe I'll come up on the hill, toes point up, maybe not. All my weight is on these blocks. Hinge. Oh, that is intense. So notice if there's a difference between your dominant and your non-dominant leg in the hamstring, especially the lower back. And undo. You can actually keep your hands on here and come into extended child's pose, which is a great stretch for the shoulders. So forehead down, elbows stay elevated, palms on the blocks, bringing your heart towards your thighs or the earth. And then upright. Now I want to show you, we're going to go a little deeper. So that's the first version. I've done almost half of the pose so that if I don't want to take both legs out, it stretches at the same time. Now I'm going to turn it the other way so you can see the side profile. Blocks under the shoulders, right foot forward. Your choice, staying here or inch, 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 inch. I'm going to come onto my right heel. I'm not putting all my body weight on my poor legs. Untuck. And today I'm super tight, but this is my Monkey King today. I'm not going to go any deeper. Body weight on the blocks. Option to hinge. And then slowly come out. Keep those hands on the blocks. Let's do one more extended child's pose. Last side. Okay, ready? Left foot forward, your choice. Stay here in a lunge. Option an inch, 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 inch. Stopping at each level, I'm in front of a mirror so I can see that I'm not dumping into my hips. I don't want to go crazy here. Look back, ankle is in line with the foot. They're not sickling in. You might stay upright, you might hinge. I'm gonna stay here for a moment. And then undo extended child's pose. And then back up. Nice work, guys. Our last reading for today, let's take one of our shorter cards. These are good. Life loves you. And let me get this book out of the way. Hopefully it's another gorgeous day and you have a chance to get outside. What I love about having a perennial garden is that every day is a completely new surprise what's going to be out there. Today I noticed, I think they're called 4 o'clocks. I have them in bright purple and white, and I think last year Liz gave me some in hot pink. I totally forgot about them, and then I look out in my yard and there's some fuchsia ones. Oh, I love this one. I am blessed, and that is something that my husband and I kind of say that word gets thrown around too much. It's used for completely mundane things in our society, like when Miss America wins, says I'm blessed to get a new car. That's kind of not what blessings are meant for, but take a few moments to count your blessings. Actually write a list of things that you know that you are privileged to have in your life, whether you worked hard for them, whether it was totally luck. Complete this sentence 10 times. One way life is loving me right now is ... And maybe this is the start of your list. You put it across the top, and there is a theory, there's actually a lot of science going into what happens when you start your day with a gratitude. Some people have a gratitude journal, even if it's 5 things, or end your day. So some people sleep better when they go to sleep with a gratitude journal, writing down 5 things that day they were grateful for, or starting your day already on a grateful heart, or maybe both. One more time, complete this sentence 10 times, 10 points in your notebook. You can start with 5 if you want. One way life is loving me right now is, and that's where you're gonna fill it in. Very simple homework, and I wanna, hopefully it brings a smile to your face, and hopefully it's easier to find your blessings and things that are the opposite of that. Thank you so much for your effort. I hope you have a beautiful day. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.